Hello everybody, welcome to the pilot episode of the soft launch for the new venture, for the new VTuber venture actually.千里Mana channel! Hello! Hello everybody! It's already 1 a.m. Japan, 12 a.m. PHT, and 6 p.m. CEST. But hello everybody, my name is the Beloved. I got to. We are now on this channel. We're specifically千里真那, or as you like to call it, Kaiser Insight, the arch nemesis of Puriko Dive. Yes, she's my favorite character for like freaking ever, and I'm very excited to be able to showcase this dedicated channel, which actually is a little bit of a surprise given the fact that I have been planning it ever since my first incarnation with it when I started streaming 2 years ago on July 2022, specifically 5 July 2022. And I was so much boggled by it, but at the same time, like, I'm really trying to appreciate the character very much, because again, she's an antagonist. She hurt Pekochin, but at the same time, she was a bit underrated as an antagonist. I can definitely feel that kind of burning spirit that she had, and oh my god, I am so stoked by it. So first and foremost, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. To the new subscribers, including Prof Lithium, which you actually are very aware from the state of the VTuber community. I actually hosted that, so you might see the same, you might hear the same points all over again. Hello, welcome to the stream. And also, I'll be monitoring it using my other channels like Sumiyoi Sakura, who is actually in here right now. So let me give myself a heart from Sumiyoi. Sumiyoi Sakura actually. So she's also one of my other VTuber ventures, in which I will be covering that starting from I think Q3 or Q4 of this year. Not sure, but it's within this year. So I'm very much excited for what's about to happen next. So I'm gonna give her a new overlay, new look of the website, and of course a new essence as she becomes a VTuber. So, in all, except for my main, which is Agatsu, which is the Beloved. Wait. Oh, this is some Sumiyoi channel. I thought I was gonna say like the Beloved, because it's my main channel. Except for my main channel. I have Aga ASMR, which is derived from the mainstream, but it's specifically for ASMR streams, like ASMR readings. Emission/Leaderam channel, which is an Evertell focused channel, being brought up on by the agency at the time. Third is Miyoi Sakura, which is R18 anime manga reviewer, and千里真那, which is this channel. So I'm very excited about this particular venture, and I hope you enjoy it nevertheless. And I'll be in more updates as the grand launch gets closer, literally a month later. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what will be the basis for this what will be the next big step following the soft launch. Well, as you can see, I'm using my 2.0 model right now, which is currently in motion. Previous year, I did my 1.0 model, which will be unveiling right about now. So here's version 1 of it. It's kind of looks the same, but one way that's different is that there's some human ears. So let me show you what I mean. So here's my human ears, as you can see. I actually, you know what? I think we're gonna have to do some Void showcase. It will take a while. Stand by. Okay, let's see. Oh, first and foremost, I have to do the media source because it has to tie in with the BGM that we have here. Next, you have to do an image, which is a background, Kaiser BG, and then the spout to itself. Like PC face, so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. So let's see what we have. Fade is just 750. This. Okay. I also forgot I have to do test broadcast. So I had to do test broadcast here, so as you guys can see that we're still on test broadcast right now as a part of the soft launch. Alright, so here's my Freud model. As you can see, it's very simple, it's very unique, and it's also the made look. I intended to keep it that way because there's still some things that I have to reconsider about. This is my first take at Freuding before I actually get into some of the other stuff, like what else? Biblically accurate recreations, like the one with Rinko, which I actually brought up in the States. So here's the whole thing. There's also the human ears. So one actually sets apart from the version 2. So that one is version 1, this is version 2. Clothing is different. And she has no ears. It's just ironed out. It's just a part of the head. The only thing that remains is the cat ears, which is, again, it's a little bit of a headband, but I'm just gonna deal with that regardless. And also, thanks to the fact that Freud Studio already has support for tails, I'm gonna be crafting myself a foxtail, a Kitsune tail, that is kind of accurate to the original specification, which is Kaiser's PNG. So with that out of the way, let's actually take a look at this. I'll wait for a little while. Kaiser Insight. This paint upscaled. So here's the thing. Hold on. Wait, so let's take a look at it side to side. So here's the PNG in of itself, the one I really defined everything, and this is me right now. So a bit of a maid sound there, so kind of like a dresses apparently. I might need to update that with the current clothing that Kaiser uses. Might be working at that on version 3 and above. Possibly version 4 or possibly version 3, but you know, it's the same thing. Okay, so we got some insights here we're gonna have to do with that. But look at her. But look at her legs. Like, this here is a little bit odd. So for whatever reason, I have to deal with that as well. So probably may have to reconsider that outfit as well. But at the same time, I have to consider what type of clothing I would use, because her clothing is bloody complex and bloody time consuming. So I probably have to recreate that one by one, but I have to do it by Blender. And somehow Freud Studio don't have it, but hopefully they do, because it'll be a blast. I mean, recreating Kaiser in Freud using just inbuilt Freud Studio, but at least adhering to that same vibe, is very much an achievement, and I was probably gonna have to deal with as a goal moving forward with this event. So what can we expect from this soft launch? Okay, first and foremost, let's go ahead and go back here. First and foremost, we will be pushing updates every single time when we do a stream. That will disseminate what would you expect from千里真那channel. Second of all, it would have a new dedicated website, not just an powered by Astraea Central. So Astraea Central is one of my brands, which is closely tied in with Princess Connect VDive. So that's exactly what I've been using that as a platform to promote and to maintain my presence there as千里真那. Third is to have consistent schedule integrated into the mainstream, where in that case, I'm gonna be making content here on this channel. So it's not like any other alternative, like, oh no, it has its own schedule as well. It'll be integrated with the mainstream, which is, as you guessed it, the beloved, my main channel. Fourth is new overlays, as you can see right here, and also the game overlay is still in progress, so it'll take some time before we get to deal with it. Alright, number 5, voice acting. Now I know you may be thinking, we already have Aga ASMR, why are you doing voice acting here? Well, unlike what I did with Aga ASMR, which will be Okasan ASMR, this voice acting involves me making a voice impression of Kaiser Insight. So you know who the Seiyu is. It's Shota Aoi. I love him very much. I would like to give him a shout. Aoi, if you're watching this video, a shout out to you, because you brought so much life into her that I couldn't almost feel a thing. So shout out to you. I would probably have to take up on that offer and just possibly deal with this thing. Number 6, redive content will be moved from mainstream to here. So which means most of my content, most of my streams going forward will be Princess Connect redive. But don't worry, some of it may still appear as a part of an integrated approach of Sanne, Rinko, of Mana, Rinko, and Honoka. 3 greatest characters from 3 different franchises. Princess Connect redive, Bandori, and Raburaibu. You've already seen it. We'll be unveiling that in just a bit, but for right now, let's go to number 7. Number 7. We'll be making fan arts. Yes. Not just a fan art, possibly a pixel art, but it's still a fan art nonetheless, of none other than Kaiser herself. So I've done a fan art pixel art of her, alongside with Mama Rio. You already know her. It is Rio Dayo on YouTube and on Twitch. But it'll be something different. Mana with everybody else. So stay tuned for that in the coming weeks as we go along with the full launch. Number 8. Daily Kaiser will happen as per usual during every July of the year. Which brings us to number 9. The千里真那channel Kaiser Insight event will happen every July of the year. So every June will be a soft launch event in which we will be detailing how we'll be playing out. But this will only happen only on this month and on this year, because from then onward, upon approaching July, it will be full-blown千里真那channel from here on out. And then after the conclusion has been confirmed and has been concluded, this channel will not be used, except when it comes to lurks, in which will be definitely appreciated, or in some cases I have to do some videos, lurk on someone's streams. That is the real deal. But producing content will only happen every July of the year, not beyond that. If anything, it will be posted on either Gourmet D Life or Development on X. Take note of it, Gourmet D Life or Development on X. Which brings us to the final point. New model every year. So you already have seen this model 2.0 in my mainstream video, in my mainstream VODs, and we will be fully utilizing it until the end of July. So with that, another model will be constructed, possibly on the same derivative as the previous version, as the version before it, but with added capabilities and or features. So in this case, we're going to be looking at Vroid Studio's capabilities and capacities to do that, but at the same time, we'll have our own speak to it. By utilizing Vroid Studio and our own creativity, we can create the ultimate Senli Mana model that you can always appreciate to the bones. Number 11. Involvement on Reddit. As you may have noticed, I am on r/Precon subreddit, which also happens to have a number of Mana simpers, like Astraea, aka Mana Senrikesa. I know him on Reddit. He is close friends with Herb Zero, which happens to be another Mana Semper. That is the real thing. We probably might be discussing that in some other videos, during this soft launch event. But here's the thing. This event, on this discussion, we'll be talking about how Aster and Herb, URB0, influenced how I could be able to create something and be like something like Senri Mana. So that will be in a later video or in a later stream, which we'll get to it in just a moment. Or probably in a few days. Number 11. New audio? Possibly. But by default, we're using her theme, which is a derivative of Lost Princess. You've already seen it, you've already heard it, you've already encountered it in-game, but at the same time, we probably may have to update this every single week. So, we will be having quite an internal debate here, me versus myself versus my own thoughts, about how I could come up with a BGM that aptly resembles Senri Mana in its entirety, other than its in-game BGM. That will come in a later video where we discuss about that, alongside the previous point. Number 12. Integration with other VTuber presences at my disposal, and possible collaboration with other VTubers. That will be a factor in the long run, but that will come later on. Again, in the same discussion as the previous two. So probably might have to outline it out in Notepad some other time. So without further ado, let's take a look at Mana Rinko Honoka theme that I've myself prepared. So actually, this is the same thing. So this here has things on it. It's also got GMM. So you guys can see what I mean. So this, you're on the left, you see Mana. On the middle, you see Oshimen, Rinko, and on the right, you see Honoka. We're gonna go back to the intermission again and see that I have made some of the overlays for them. And look, that's myself. How quaint. I might have to update the footer some other time. But on that, just enough. This is just that. So let's fade again. So here's the overlay for the intermissions. You have start with an intermission and then the end screen. Let's just go to the intermission thing and just go back to the thing. Alright, so now that that's done, we can go ahead and just discuss how things are going. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. I just gotta say, it's been a long time coming. I was actually teasing about it since 2022 when I first started streaming as a VTuber, and then at the same time, I don't know. I kind of like this character very much, but that all changed with the conclusion, and I just left it all behind. So next year, a year later, 2023, Kaiser came up again, but this doesn't have any mention of my dedicated channel, which I was actually very sad about. But it's still in the back of my head, it's still here, and I haven't got any use out of it. You have to do daily Kaiser every single time, so I was kind of like doing some things, and also some doing things on camera, so I was doing things IRL, and it was just kind of like a mess. It's kind of like stuff. But that all seemed to have found their place here, and I'm really excited for the future of my streaming career when I got to full time as a streamer. So kind of like put all these responsibilities to rest. Then here it is. It's all there is. Anyhow, let's see. Prof Lithium says strem. Yeah, that's the slang term I did. I don't know, but I was kind of like surprised that other VTubers started using this term, and that was really, really good. There's a whole lot of stuff there. Also, if you can take a look at if you're doing it in full screen, you can see. Actually, you will be doing that in a VOD later on, but the channel icon on the bottom right here will be the PFP, Kaiser PFP, like the in-game Kaiser PFP, like you do when you do UBs and stuff, like only goes in battle, or you can use it as a profile, like a character profile image. That was it. That was really about that. Yeah. So without further ado, I would like to say, again, we probably may have to construct the game overlay some other time, but it won't be long, right? It would not be long. It will happen. So without further ado, let's call it a wrap here. Let's call it a wrap here and say this has been a fun experience, and I'm very excited for what would this have to offer going forward. As you can see right now, it's primarily a Twitch overlay because I have no intention to do a YouTube overlay, but once I do that, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. Alright, so without further ado, let's call it quits here, and let's say I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll talk about Aster and Herb, V-Dive, and then some other things I haven't learned about. I still haven't outlined them yet, possibly after this VOD, so I'm kind of tired. I want to do XVV. So sorry, but anyways, that'll be about it for me for this short VOD. We've already got 38 minutes. Holy crap. Also, a huge shout out again to Shota Aoi for becoming a literal Kaiser. I remember that one GIF where he actually was cosplaying as Kaiser himself. So that actually reminds me that I cosplayed as just myself. Well, that was great. But anyways, that will be just about it for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot about the thing. Sorry. Bye-bye.